What's going on, Warriors? It's your coach, Coach Jay. Listen, if you guys are struggling with your blood sugars in order to get them under control, get them where they need to be, try these things out. I promise you it's gonna help you guys get right back on track. If it's your first time on the channel, we help diabetics to build muscle, burn fat, and manage their diabetes overall by bringing these elements together. A lot of times diabetes is separated from muscle building, it's separated from burning fat. We're gonna bring those together. I also do supplement reviews to help you guys gain control over supplements that are gonna help you to build muscle, they're gonna help you to burn fat, they're gonna help you to get control over your lifestyle. Go back to the basics of measuring. Go back to the basics of understanding how much carbohydrates is in a cup of rice. Go back to the basics of understanding how much carbohydrates are in a cup of penne pasta. How many carbohydrates are in 1 cup of quinoa, for example. So that way you go back to measuring it. Now, over time, you're gonna start to re-educate yourself, and you can start to eyeball things, because then you'll know what a cup measurement typically looks like, right? Especially if you go back to the basics of understanding what it is again. Now you can see 2 cups on a plate looks like this, or 3 cups on a plate of rice typically looks like this, or 2 cups on a plate of rice typically looks like that, right? And now over time, when you re-educate yourself on the carbohydrates and the measurements, then you won't have to measure as much anymore, because you'll be able to eyeball what you're doing and understand where those carbohydrates are at, and you'll get a better control over your blood sugars over time. And remember, sometimes it's more about re-education than it is anything else. Another strategy that you guys can use is think about keeping it simple. Like, if you find a recipe that works while eating rice and eating potatoes for now, while you're trying to get things under control, and whatever shots you've given yourself for that, for X amount of rice or X amount of potatoes or X amount of carbohydrates, then repeat those meals. Don't be afraid to make those meals 70 to 80% of your staple of what you do, because at least you understand how much insulin to give yourself for those meals. Then over time, you can incrementally increase those carbohydrates, or over time incrementally add different foods in order to help, in order to expand what it is that you're doing. But there's nothing wrong with keeping your staples and keeping that consistent over time in order to help you gain better control over your diabetes and over your blood sugars, all right? It's your boy. You guys know I got you guys, Coach Jay. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna see you guys in the next episode. If you guys got questions, drop them in the comments. I'm gonna make sure I get to them, make sure you guys are taken care of.